What's going on, guys? This is Josh here, as always, of Alterners Union and JB Fitness. If you guys are into health and fitness or strength training, check out in the link below in the description to my health and fitness YouTube channel. It's my second channel. I am here today to talk about making money off of YouTube, and I want to talk specifically, this is going to be a two-part series. Part 2 is we're actually going to talk about how much money you can potentially make off YouTube, and so make sure you stay tuned for that. But today I want to talk specifically about how you go about making money off YouTube, how revenue is generated, and then I also want to talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages and why you would and would not want to become a YouTube partner. So making money off of YouTube is generally done by ads. If you go to a video and you have ad block enabled, or you skip the ad, that person is not going to generate any revenue off of your view. If you have an ad that you can't skip and you watch the whole thing, or you click the ad and it takes you to the website, that person now has a possibility, and a very good possibility, of making a very small amount of money off of that ad. Now, obviously, the more views you have, the more popular you are, the more money you're going to make, because there's more people and more possibilities of people watching the ads. Now, if you have all original content and nothing is copyrighted, you can monetize the video through YouTube. You can partner directly with YouTube and make lots of money. The money you see when you go to your analytics screen is what you're going to make. Obviously, that doesn't kick in until way later. You have to be well established in the YouTube community. Now, if you're a gamer or anything like that, things kind of change a little bit, or if you have any content with music in it, things kind of change a little bit because now you have copyrights to worry about and stuff like that. You can deal with that, and the only way to make money off a gaming channel is to partner with another community through YouTube. So, for example, TGN is a very popular community, a gaming community. You partner up with TGN, who's partnered with YouTube. They handle all the copyright stuff, so that's no longer an issue. Now, the way that works now is that you have to now give TGN a cut of your profit. So now, TGN is a 60-40 split. So if you go into, if you make $100 on your YouTube channel, you go to your analytics and it says you're going to make $100, TGN is going to take 40% of that. So now you're only going to get 60, they're going to get 40. Unfortunately, that's the only way to make money on YouTube, through a gaming channel, that is. So a word of advice for anyone who is looking to get partnered with a YouTube channel, or you get partnered with in the YouTube community, I definitely recommend that you do some research and find out which has the best splits. So you are going to find some that are 60-40, there's some that are only 50-50, there's some that are 70-30. I'm with Curse Network now, and they're 90-10 split. So I get 90% of what's taken in, they get 10. So now I want to talk about some of the good advantages and the pros of becoming a doing YouTube as a job. And the first thing is that it's obviously, you get a chance to make some extra cash on the side. It takes a very long time and a hell of a lot of work to be able to do it as a living and actually do it as a career and a job, and as your primary source of income. But until then, it puts a little bit of extra cash in your pockets. The other thing is that obviously you're doing what you love. If you start up a YouTube channel, you're not going to make any money for the first long time. And you're doing it and you keep doing it because you love what you do. You love gaming, or you love whatever your channel is all about. And then as your channel grows, you're going to be able to make more money, and you're doing what you love. You're playing games, you're playing an instrument, whatever it is. And the other thing is you get to meet a lot of really awesome people. And now you don't really have to be partnered to meet a lot of people on YouTube. You're going to meet more of the people and get to interact with them more as your channel is growing. But you're going to have the chance now to, if your channel becomes really big and viral, you have the opportunity to go and do other things as well, go on trips and stuff like that. So now on the other side of the coin, I want to take a look at some of the reasons that you would not want to do this and some of the disadvantages to becoming a YouTuber. And the first thing is that something I've already covered, is it takes a very long time to even start making money off YouTube. First, you have to build a base, a customer base, a viewer base, get a lot of subscribers and get lots of daily views before you'll even be approved for a partnership. And that's the second thing, is that partnerships often have very high requirements for a minimum amount of views per day or whatever, or views per month. Now, you can get into them, like ones like TGN only require I think 200 or 300 views per day, and you can get into them very easily. But the thing is that because they're so easy to get in, you're going to end up giving them more money per month, as opposed to other ones like Union for Gamers or Curse Network, who I'm with now, has a very high requirement for monthly views. And as a result, because you've now earned your way into that, that better partner, you're going to get more back. So I'm going to get a 90-10 split instead of that 60-40 or 50-50 split. And the last one I find is something that does happen quite often, I see it on a lot of YouTube channels, is that it often becomes like a job. Is you no longer, after years or 2 or 3 years, it's no longer about you enjoying making games. Sometimes it does get to a point where it's like, oh, I gotta go make a video. or everything you play has to be recorded and you have to do some scripting or editing, it becomes very much like a job, and oftentimes you're not making what you get back. I probably put in, I don't put in as much hours as a full-time job, but probably 10 hours, maybe 10 or 15 at most hours a week, and I'm only making, you know, less than $150 a month. So, you know, it's not really anything that, you know, it's not overly a high-paying job or anything like that. And the thing with that is too, is that it does sometimes, if you're doing a gaming channel, it does take away from the whole overall gaming experience, where you're no longer playing games to enjoy them. Sometimes you're playing games just because you have to. The number one biggest piece of advice I would give to any aspiring YouTubers is to not go into it expecting to make money. There's a lot of things that have to line up and go your way, and you have to get very lucky to get to a point where you're able to really make any sort of half decent or remotely decent money off of YouTube. So don't go into it expecting to make money. Go into it because you love doing it, and then whatever happens from there happens. But that's it for this video. Again, stay tuned over the next few days because the part 2 will be coming out where I will talk about how much money you can actually make off YouTube. Thanks for watching. Peace.